The next question that comes into the mind is what are we doing, and can we really get detached from all that we have done? Now, to understand that, we have to understand the structure of this universe. If we look and if we understand some of the theories that talks about how this universe started, it was like a big bang that threw particles into the different direction, and a just opposite move would be remerger of all these particles, all these energy sources back into the source that is the supreme creature, or something that has created everything. So we are being pulled away into an entanglement and into a state where we cannot re-merge with the creator, and that stops us from actually utilizing all of our powers and all of the things that we have inherited from the supreme creator. Now the first question is why we are in this direction, and in other words, that's the essence of the creation, that you're moving away from the creator into a random direction which you cannot change, and you become a victim of your own karmas. Now how to really get detached from all those karmas and remove those entanglements, and once you do that, you can then rewrite every karma in the way that you want to, or in other words, if I would say, you can keep yourself away from the cycles of bad happenings or bad past that haunts you all the time. With this regard, there is a requirement of not just programming, but actually burning away all of your psychic impressions on your hard disk that is present one over the other, to give you some effect that you think just happened, or that you think you created, or that you think you were not able to create and something stopped you. So when we move into the next cycle, we look at resetting the button. By resetting the button, you mean that nothing from the past, whether good or bad, affects you just the next moment. And a very important part of resetting the button is when you understand that whatever you are doing, you don't want it to actually be for yourself, or such that any repercussion comes to you. In other words, you are keeping everything for the greater good, you are keeping everything free. And the time when you start thinking, or you start getting attached to some of those things, and you cannot really remove those attachments in terms of those impressions that are on you, that keeps on going with your soul to the next body, or keeps on going from your all incarnations. That's where those complexities increase, and that's where the power of all these mantras and the sound techniques and all that we have been studying about detaching yourself from the ego, from the karmas, and understanding the reality becomes important. So we are basically looking at two words which, if we can understand, we can detach ourselves and create a new dimension for ourselves in the world, and reverse the effect of time, and get back to a real self with all those powers to do anything and to get anywhere, and to actually be fearless. So you cannot get into the harmony unless you are in harmony with the theme of God, and that is benefiction, or that is doing good to everybody and everything unconditionally. And whenever you say the word I did this, I own this, or I am this, and that's the exact time when you again get into the entanglement, because you have defined a point which which the power of God, or which the structure needs to actually keep you into the threats. So how does karma haunts back to you? It's like you did something good for somebody, and if that good is bringing you $1 million, and you say no, you did it for the benefiction and you don't want any reward for that, it's that time when you actually get detached from everything that actually reflects your current path. And once you detach yourself and then you start your journey with the meditation, with the benefiction, with the idea that whatever you are doing for the greater good, and with the idea that you won't get into entanglement anytime, anywhere, any place, that accumulation of power would give you all the things that you need, and that accumulation of power will get you a bigger role, uh, will get you something what you deserve without actually getting you into those entanglements, and that will help you to actually create the right kind of destiny with peace, with power, and with a greater role. So that was my part 2 about jumping the timeline.